Hey, Jenny Bradley here, founder of Triangle Smart Divorce in Cary, North Carolina. And guys, I don't know what's going on out there lately, but a lot of you have been calling us saying, my wife wants a divorce. What do I do? So here's what you do. You calm down. First of all, you've got to just take a pause, take a beat. Figure out whether or not that was a threat because you didn't take out the garbage last night, or whether or not it's real. Let's not be emotionally reactive first. And I know that's something, guys, you're not used to hearing. But when you feel attacked, that's what we do. So first, slow down, get your bearings, figure out what's going on. And if it is real, here's some things not to do. Don't take internet advice. Don't take what you hear on the podcast and think, that's what I got to do. Because most of these folks don't understand the law. Most of them don't know how you might shoot yourself in the foot when you take their advice. They're probably going to tell you, move the money so she can't touch it. I'm going to tell you, don't start hiding the money, because then she'll sue you and say you're doing funny business with the money, and all of a sudden you're in this nasty litigation you never wanted to be in. Take precautions. Be safe. Yes, you shouldn't leave your credit line open and able to be tapped immediately. You shouldn't leave all of your assets out there for exposure. I agree, but don't hide all the money. Don't cut off her cell phone and the utilities in the house. And whatever you do, don't move out. The only reason you need to move out is if she's threatening to bring domestic violence charges against you because you've been showing anger, or because she's making things up and she's figured out from the internet it's the only way she can get you out of the house. But don't move out unless you absolutely have to, because it's going to be really hard to get you back in that house if you do. Other things you shouldn't do. Don't neglect your kids during this period of time. They've probably heard the disagreements, they've probably heard the fighting, and now they're probably being protected by Mama Bear. She might start trying to change the dynamics of your relationship. This is when they need love from both of you more than anything else, because they don't have anything to do with why your marriage may be ending. So don't stop paying them attention. Continue to love your kids and do things with them. And here's one more. Don't post on social media about what's going on. Be careful about what you put in text messages. Be careful what you put in print anywhere. I cannot tell you how many times we have seen something that someone put out there that has come back to really bite them in the you-know-where, in court or in negotiations, when we've been trying to resolve this divorce somewhat amicably, less expensively, and more quickly. It will get you guys. Don't do it. Okay, guys, your wife has told you she wants a divorce, and she means it. What should you be doing? You should be getting your house in order. And what do I mean by that? I mean, start pulling together all your financial documents. Know what you both own and who you owe money to as well. You should start putting together a budget. If your family doesn't already have one, and I'm finding more and more families don't these days, put together a budget and say, what's it going to look like if we stay here in this house? What's it going to look like if we get two smaller houses? What's it going to look like if we have to give up where we're living and sell it? What are we going to do? What are things going to look like? What are things going to cost? Because everyone thinks they can't afford a divorce, and that sometimes paralyzes them. And one of the best ways out of paralysis is by doing things. So this is the phase where you need to start doing things. Talk to your financial planner if you have one about what it looks like. Talk to your CPA if you have one and say, what things do we need to be thinking about? What do we need to be considering? Figure out if there's been any funny business in the money. You can go back and look at bank statements. If you don't look at them regularly, now's the time to do it. And see if there's any cash transactions or any weird withdrawals or any strange credit card charges. Run a credit report on yourself and see if anybody's taken out credit in your name. Get your wife's permission to run a credit report on her. You can't run one just because you know her social security number. You need her permission. But get one on her too, to be sure that nothing is out there that you didn't know about. And if you have any outstanding bills due to anyone, like a hospital bill from the delivery of a child, get that information and know what the payment plan is and get everything all together in one place. Now, I've been talking a lot about finances because that's the easy stuff. The more difficult stuff is the kids. Start thinking about what's going to happen if you two are no longer in the household together with the kids' schedule. Are they going to be able to stay in the same school? Are they going to have to change schools? Are you going to have to change neighborhoods? These are the kinds of things to look at, as well as how are you going to share time? Maybe your schedule doesn't allow you to be able to take them to school. So it might be that they need to be at your wife's house every school night so that they can catch the bus in the morning. I don't know the answers to these questions, but I know you do if you spend some time sitting down and looking at stuff. One of the first things you're going to want to do, guys, when your wife says she wants a divorce is call a lawyer. Not because you're going to escalate the situation, not because you're ready to go into court, guns blazing, but because you want to know what are your rights, what are your responsibilities, what can you expect, what's going to happen, what does all this look like? This is land many of you have never navigated before, and you need a trusted guide to take you through this process and lay out options for you. So that's why it's smart to contact a lawyer early in the process before you make some decisions that might not be able to be walked back. Okay guys, your wife has said she wants a divorce, you've hired a divorce lawyer, you've talked to your financial planner, you've done some really smart things, but how can we stay smart during this process? One of the best ways is to not emotionally react. Instead, make proactive, logical, reasonable decisions about the long term. Emotional reactions usually cause short-term problems, or they may solve short-term problems, but they cause problems with the entire strategy about where do you want to be. What do I mean by that? For instance, remember, you had children with this person. No matter how you feel about them now, no matter how they feel about you today, you are going to be in this child's life for the rest of their lives. Graduations, weddings, maybe grandchildren, maybe their retirement. Who knows what events, a keystone in their life that you're going to want to attend. And the other parent's probably going to be there too. So don't go burning bridges today that you're going to want to walk across later in life. Remember that you're going to co-parent, and you're going to co-parent with this person. And your child didn't make the choice about who was their parents. You made the choice to bring a child into the world. So remember that when you're thinking about things. Damage you do today can cause really long-term damage in the future to your co-parenting relationship, but also to your kids. Also, decisions that you make about your finances from an emotional place might not be the smart decision for the future. You might decide, I can't afford to pay for this. I'm going to cash in the kids' college fund to be able to get a new car. Not smart. Not only will your child resent you, but you probably didn't need the new car anyway, and now you're in a situation where later you want to do the right thing and help contribute to your children's college, but the money's not there anymore. So just don't make quick decisions without thinking about their long-term impact. And that's why it's really important to have a good, solid lawyer on your side who knows your goals, who knows your vision, and can help you set a strategy to get there.